You know the feeling, right? You've just poured everything into launching this huge WhatsApp campaign. And for the first couple of hours, it's amazing. Everything's green, engagement is just rocketing up. You're sitting back thinking, yes, this is the one. And then it just stops. The numbers flatline, and there are no error messages, no warnings, just complete silence. It is the most frustrating thing in the world because you have absolutely no idea what just went wrong. Exactly. That's the question you're left with. You're just staring at this dashboard, pulling your hair out, thinking, did my campaign just die without telling me? Was it the ad creative? Did we get the timing wrong? You start questioning every single decision, and you are totally in the dark. I mean, how many leads are you losing every single day to this thing? Why can't you just see what's broken? Well, 9 times out of 10, this is the culprit. It has a name. It's an error from Meta, code 131049. And the crazy part is, most platforms don't even show it to you. You should think of it like an invisible tripwire for your campaigns. See, Meta has a limit on how many marketing messages a person can receive in a certain time frame. Once you hit that limit for a contact, Meta just stops delivering your messages to them. No warning, no bounce back, your message just vanishes into thin air. And that is exactly why we call it the silent killer. You see, a normal error, like a bad phone number, it sends a signal back. It tells you something's wrong. This one? It doesn't. It's kind of like a bouncer at a really popular club who's quietly telling people at the end of the line, sorry, we're full. From inside, you think the party's still going strong, but right there at the door, your best customers are being turned away and you don't even know it's happening. And that is what is silently tanking your campaign's ROI. And you know how most tools handle this, if they handle it at all? It's infuriating. They either just mark the message as failed and poof, that lead is just gone forever, or, maybe worse, they try to resend it at some completely random, awful time, like 2 o'clock in the morning. So you're either losing a customer or you're waking them up. I mean, both are just terrible options. Now, you might hear the word retry and get a little nervous. You see a number like 5 and you're thinking, wait, are we just going to spam someone 5 times until they get angry and block us? Because that could make the problem so much worse. And look, that is a totally fair concern. It's exactly what you want to avoid. So this 5 isn't about spamming. Think of it as a hard limit, a safety net. It represents 5 intelligent attempts. And after that, the system is smart enough to stop, all to protect your sender reputation. It's about being persistent, not being annoying. And this is where the intelligent part really comes into play. It's not just 5 random pings. It uses something called exponential backoff. Just look at this timeline. The first retry happens after 24 hours. Okay, if that fails, it doesn't just try again an hour later, it waits even longer for 36 hours, and then 54. It gives the user's limit time to reset. And here's the best part. It only ever sends during normal, human-friendly hours in that contact's local time zone. It's like a smart delivery driver who actually knows not to ring your doorbell at midnight. So, okay, this is not just some dumb retry button. It's a system that is actually aware of this specific error. It understands time zones, and it has a built-in point where it knows to just give up. It's surprisingly thoughtful. And that's the whole point. It's designed to be respectful. Respectful of Meta's rules, for sure, but way more importantly, respectful of the actual person you're trying to talk to. All right, so the logic is solid, but I know what you might be thinking, because it's my biggest fear with automation. It becomes a black box. How does my team actually see any of this happening? How do we know we can trust that it's actually working? That is the most critical question. You just can't manage what you can't see. We knew this couldn't be some kind of magic feature just running in the background. It had to be completely 100% transparent. Let me just show you exactly how you see it. So first things first, you get this 30,000-foot view right there on your main dashboard. Instantly, you can see exactly how many messages are sitting in the retry queue, which ones are being processed, and which ones have either been successfully delivered or, finally abandoned after the 5th try. No more digging around, no more guessing games. Then, we bring that visibility right down into the individual conversation. So imagine your sales rep is looking at a chat. They'll see this little badge right there in the timeline that says something like, automated message retry, attempt 2 of 5. So now they have the full context. They know not to jump in and send a manual follow-up because the system is already on it. And finally, my favorite part, the audit trail. For every single contact, there is a permanent, unchangeable record of every single attempt. It shows the exact timestamp and the outcome. This is your proof. It definitively answers that classic question you always get from your boss. Hey, why didn't this really important lead get our message? Now you know. So what we're talking about is a complete shift from the old way, which was basically fire and forget. You hit send, you cross your fingers, and you just hope for the best. This new way is more like having a dedicated delivery brain for every single message. A brain that knows how to navigate around obstacles to make sure your message actually arrives, and that it does it intelligently and respectfully. So let's bring this all home. If you are running WhatsApp campaigns, and if you have ever, even once, looked at your dashboard and seen that mysterious, unexplained drop-off in engagement, there is a very, very good chance that this silent killer, error 131049, is the reason why. It's probably happening to your campaigns right now, and you just don't have the visibility to see it.